Let's go over the best settings for Fortnite, so the optimal keybinds, what sense you should be using, and some other extras that are really important if you're getting into Fortnite or if you just want to get better settings. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and use creator code CoachPhilip in the item shop right here. Now the best settings are ones that personally fit you, so you have to find what you are comfortable with. So we'll be going over some different keybinds. I'll give you suggestions, and then from that you can see what feels comfortable, and then you can pick what you like best. That's the most important because people have different sized hands, different sized keyboards, so it's important that you pick what is best for you. Let's start off with the keybinds. The most important keybinds are the build keybinds, so let's go down to building. So usually the defaults are Z, X, C, and V. You can try if you like any of those. First of all, make sure that you are leaving your middle finger always on W. You never want to use your middle finger for anything that we're going to bind right here. And you want to leave your ring finger on A and your pointer finger on D as much as possible so you have full range of movement. So we don't want to have too many build keybinds on our keyboard. So ideally you want to put two keybinds on the side of your mouse, on the side mouse buttons. I recommend putting wall and stair on the side of your mouse. You can choose which is which. That's the best thing you can do if you have those buttons available. And then you want to put the other two keybinds on your keyboard, each for one finger. So I recommend putting one on your ring finger, so you can do Q, that's usually open, Q or tab or caps lock, choose whichever one is the best. And then you want to have one on your pointer finger. Here it's important that it's not too far away from your edit keybind. So if your edit keybind is E, then choose F, and if your edit keybind is F, then choose C for the fourth keybind right here. Now of course this is moving our finger from A and D, so if you're comfortable with using your pinky for, I don't know, pressing Z or Shift or Control and you have nothing binded right there, you could do that as well. Or some people can use their thumb for pressing C, V. I personally only use my thumb for space, so I don't want to move that, so you can also try C or V with your thumb. Ideally two on your mouse and then two on your keyboard on two separate fingers, ideally your pinky and your thumb, but usually people go to the ring finger and the pointer finger. Those are also really quick because you're quick with those two fingers. You can just quickly move up and then get back to your movement keybinds. Now let's stay right here and go down to editing. So you can leave the rest as is. Make sure your crouch button is correct here. Rotate building, that's normal. Then for building edit, the default is G. That's a bit far for most people, so I recommend just switching it over to F. That will unbind your pickaxe, but we'll change that in a sec. So go for F, or if you don't like F, E or C is also really good. Something you can quickly press with your pointer finger. Then right here, so you can reset edits quicker, you want to go to the second column right here and scroll your mouse wheel down. Same thing for reset building edit. Scroll down, and then you'll be able to reset edits really quick by just scrolling down 2 times. Now let's move on to the second most important thing, your weapons. So pickaxe is probably unbinded right now. So for your weapons, you can check what numbers you feel comfortable pressing. I press 1, 3, 4, 5 pretty comfortably. I don't use 2 because I'd have to position my ring finger weird. It would work, but we don't want to use the middle finger for that. So 2 might work for you as well. If you have long fingers, maybe 6 works as well. So if these work for you, leave them. And if they don't, try to switch the ones that are too far away, that are hard to press. Try to switch those to maybe tab, caps lock. Those are pretty quick to press. Or something down below, CV, something that you can press pretty quick right there. Maybe even G. Something that is open, that is quick to press. And that's what you want to put the weapons on. Now this is all standard. The last thing you have to do right here is under MISC. You need your inventory. You can put that on T, G for example. And you need your map here as well. Toggle map. I have that on T. And then you could put inventory on G. Or just something that's free and that's not too far away because you do need it quite a lot. We don't want to make it extra hard to open the inventory or map. So make sure you can press it quite comfortably. But it's not that important. Now let's quickly go over the sensitivity. This is really personalized. So you want to make sure X and Y is the same and you don't want to go too high. That's the main rule. Depends on your DPI as well. If you know your DPI, you want to be around 800 DPI and then 10% for X and Y. X and Y is just your normal looking around sensitivity, and 800 DPI and 10% is a basic normal mid-range sensitivity. Don't go too far up from that. but of course you can go down from that as well. For targeting sensitivity, that's everything you're aiming in with, like shotgun. If you right click and zoom in, you can have this really anywhere. Try around with this, go into an aim map and try around with this. And then scope sensitivity is every weapon with a scope. Right here also not that important. Some people have it on 100, I like it on 25. You can try around with that as well. Now here's some extra settings in the game. I have this right here, that's what I like most. You can copy mine right here. These are all pretty basic. You can configure your preferred item slots right here, so the weapons automatically get put onto that slot. Then turbo building aren't really important, but that's normal anyways. Simple edit, I recommend playing with it off, but if you're new to the game, you can put it on. Disable pre-edit option, I have it off, so I can go into the pre-edits. If you go into the pre-edits too much, accidentally turn it on. And auto confirm edits, I have it on none. I recommend you putting it on both if you're new to the game. And yeah, that's the most important settings for keybinds and sensitivity. If you have any questions, just comment down below. I'll be happy to help you. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.